Well, good evening, everyone, and congratulations to Jefferson High School's graduating class of 2020! It has been a crazy 4 years, especially a crazy last year, but we are here and we have made it, and it is my honor, on behalf of the JHS student body, to thank Dr. Jackson, the members of the Board of Education, and the Jefferson High School faculty for continuing the 201-year tradition of excellence in education. I want to extend a special thanks to my parents. To both of you, I sincerely say, I think the spankings worked. In all honesty, thank you, Mom, for all the years that you homeschooled me before high school and for your unceasing prayers. Dad, thank you for the many, many days we've worked on the farm together, including the 98-degree day that you tried to give Luke, Lane, and me a heat stroke while we worked on the fence by the road. In case you didn't know, as the cars passed, we actually begged them to stop and rescue us. But Dad, I really wouldn't trade any of these days for the world. To my siblings, Fallon, Luke, and Lane, thank you for being the best friends I can imagine. Fallon and Luke, I know you're well on your way and have already graduated. But Lane, you've got plenty more spankings to go. Most of all, to that friend who sticks closer than a brother, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine where I would be without him. In the late 1940s, the United States Air Force faced a daunting and urgent crisis. Competent pilots could not maintain control of their planes, but no one understood why. At the height of the issue, 17 pilots crashed in a single day. So Air Force personnel conducted repeated aircraft inspections and pilot interviews, all of which revealed no mechanical malfunctions or piloting mistakes. If the problem was not mechanical or human error, then what could it be? Realizing that years prior, the cockpit was designed from averaging pilot sizes, the Air Force authorized the largest study of pilots ever conducted, hoping to modernize their data and create a perfect cockpit for the average pilot. They believed that being more successful meant being more average. I would venture to say, however, that the class of 2020 is anything but average. Not only were we born in the aftermath of 9/11, but we are also graduating in the midst of a global pandemic and international shutdown. We're the first class ever to complete a school year using distance and digital learning, overcoming great odds, particularly our blazing 0.74 megabits per second internet speed. Our distinctiveness continues as we have excelled as a class and as individuals in every area of academics and arts and athletics. Allow me to explain. Mary Morgan Collier's drama performances have evoked tears of both sorrow and laughter. Brady Parham has led his drill teams with unparalleled precision, and Brandon Hudson has made the crowd erupt with his prowess on the soccer field. Mick and Mac Fowler have double-teamed their volleyball opponents, while Austin Gibbons was deemed a human encyclopedia in academic role. Reese Alford has programmed complex robots, Gracie Ledford has crushed the softball at home plate, and Will Guzman has convinced us that he might have actually grown gills. The list could go on, but to properly understand our uniqueness, we must also consider those at JHS who fostered our potential. Miss Aiken's creativity allowed us to vault a language barrier, while Mr. Clark's critical thinking helped us safely scrutinize our own perspectives. Miss Ruiz's smiling face always brightened our day, and Dr. Marble's never-ending patience allowed us to master complex scientific topics. And if we're talking about uniqueness, how could we possibly forget Mr. Pittard? I mean, the man has 2 birthdays per year, 1 in each semester, just so that no student is left out of the celebration. But seriously, Mr. Pittard, happy birthday. And oh, happy birthday. And then we have Dr. Rice. who instructed us in the art of finger dexterity by giving us more PowerPoint notes than could possibly be written or typed by any human ever. Our pitiful pleas to just please slow down fell on deaf ears as he silently chuckled and just kept clicking. While this account may not be 100% accurate, in the words of Dr. Rice himself, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. As you can see, Jefferson High School is an incredibly unique educational setting that cultivates incredibly unique individuals. But tonight, as we prepare to launch into our new lives in the workforce, post-secondary education, military, or wherever we may be going, I pose to you, my fellow classmates, the paramount question: what will you use your uniqueness for? This is not a question that you answer tonight and simply move on. It is a question that you must answer every day of your life, because it's so easy to believe society's lie that we must live life for ourselves. We live in a society dominated by meism. We think we have self-gratification, self-image, self-determination, self-esteem, self-assertion, self-efficacy, self-ease. Yet no amount of attention or likes or even fame will ever be enough, because there will always be someone more special or more unique. If you remember anything that I have said tonight, please let it be this: life is not about you and will never be about you. But when we realize that we were handcrafted by a God who deeply cares about us, no matter our race, our intellect, our status, a God who sent his son Jesus to literally die, to bridge the gap between us and himself, then and only then can we start to see ourselves as truly unique and valuable. He wanted a relationship, not a religion, but a relationship with each of us so badly that he exchanged his priceless son for our sinful selves, therefore giving each individual infinite value. We are made in his image. You see, our uniqueness is not something we create or achieve. It's something we've been given. In the words of Christian apologist Ravi Zacharias, there is an intrinsic worth to your life. It's given by the very designated and created order that you and I have. Not extrinsic worth, but intrinsic. Now, back to the Air Force. In their attempt to perfect the art of averages, they learned an invaluable lesson. Taking the 10 most relevant of all their measurements, the researchers found that of the 4,063 pilots evaluated, not a single airman fell into the average range for all 10 categories. Their conclusion? Designing a cockpit for the average pilot is in essence designing a cockpit for no one. We are not created to be average, so don't live like it. Classmates, if you live life for yourselves, you'll be just like everyone else. But if you live for something greater, you can be anything, but you won't be average. Thank you.